Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Monday edition of Rasaji Speaks. I hope you had a wonderful weekend with your family, worshiping your God, being a blessing to someone. Let's look at today's title. Healing Generations is our title. Navigating the impact of fatherless homes in our society. Think about that, right? They say today, based on a statistic, that in the last 40 to 50 years, that 1 out of 4 families in America don't have a biological, right, or adopted father. No father figure at all. Now, why is that is? Well, once the dark side decided that they wanted death to rule the planet by disconnecting people from the life force of the Divine Mother, their next game was let's separate the family. Let's make them think the government is their surrogate mother and father. Let's supply them with small levels of revenue to take out the incentive to even be a man. There's so many men, even in the household, that are really not men anymore, right? A man needs something that drives his human spirit. A lot of our incarnations, we were warrior spirits, like Cornelius, the great centurion that carried Jesus' body to the cross. I'm happy to say that he's back here working with our organization, and I'm really happy about that. And actually, some of his key centurions are here too. Now, those were men, real men, but a man that could have their heart changed, like we see in the ascension tours. Let them change. The key is that we have to get men back to God. That's it. That's it. That's it. Reba McEntire's song, Give This World Back to God, is right on target. But how do we do that? You know, most men in the last 50, 100 years in incarnation, meditation and praying is not really natural for them. That's number one. Number two, the Orthodox religions have really dropped the ball on teaching people, especially men, how to pray. Heaven forbid, meditate. Remember, prayer means to ask, meditate means to listen, and contemplation means to become. Our 3 pillars of what we're all about. That's why one day we're going to be the #1 seller of mala beads on the planet. You can take that to the bank. Watch and see. Because this is the weapon of the Dark Power Yuga. And when our men get a hold of this, and when they start going through the 45-day renewal, if you haven't done that, you want to check that out. Then they show up to a tour, just like the one coming up in Grand Rapids, right? And as of now, the live streaming for those of you that can't make it, I mean, we've already got 60 to 65 of the 85 tickets, and that's it. They're sold out. So if the Holy Spirit's calling you, especially if it's calling the men right now, make sure you get them there, right? Your father, your grandfather, your son, your nephew, get them there. Get them there if you can. I'm telling you, what a present, right? What a birthday present. What a Father's Day present. My God, what a Father's Day present, right? But if they can't give them there, then give them the present of live streaming or hook up live streaming yourself, right? Get the early bird special. It's a lot cheaper, right? It's 25% cheaper. Get it. And then pile some people in your house like Sister Care's done, like Angela's done, Andrea's done, Terry Wilson has done. Do that, right? How inexpensive is it if you can get one connection and share some food together, create some snack food? Better yet, do a buffet style and get everybody to bring something. And then put it up on a big TV, because the quality of filming that John and Andy have us now with the audio and the visual with our new cameras and mics, you're going to think you're looking at Lama G on TV. And blow it up on that 40, 60-inch screen. Show people what it's about. Watch the hearts of man turn into jello. It's the most amazing thing. We need men like that. And we have men like that. I know men in our organization that have adopted children. Yeah, it's a pretty special calling. I've known a man the guy that we just purchased the retreat center in Costa Rica from, adopted two children 25 years ago in a Latino country. Yesterday, Brother Nate and me were sitting together having a power COC lunch, and he's going to be managing and designing our stores that we're going to have, where teachers really want to turn this into a business. And we were talking about it. And I shared with him, I had a 52-year relationship with the owner. Who do you know knows that? This owner has won every chef award that you can do. But what this owner has, he has his uncle and his grandfather's recipes that go all the way back hundreds of years to Canton, China, the most legitimate Cantonese food. Name of his restaurant's called the Blue Bamboo. If you're ever in Jacksonville or North Florida, Google the Blue Bamboo. It is absolute. People drive for 100 miles to eat at this place. Brother Nate and me were eating there, and Dennis comes walking up, and I said, this is a 50-year-old relationship. He corrected me. He said, no, Lama G, that we're 52 years. Him and his brother were my first two martial arts students 52 years ago. Dennis, you will remember the story of May from when we did some special things where she picked me up and I wasn't really there, fully physical. I was up in my room meditating. And we went to see her nephew, Dennis, who was in the hospital, not doing too well at the time. Met with her aunt, his mother, and to see that he's grown up to be this incredible successful. Him and his wife could not have children, and being a real quality man and a quality father that we need more of, he had now adopted two children from the Orient, and he is one happy camper. And oh my gosh, he makes the best pan-fried lo mein you've ever stuck in your mouth. But recipes that are a couple hundred years old, right? Nate was impressed. I said, one day we're going to have an event, a tour in Atlantic Beach, and then we'll have to get some of our people and take them over there and try the Blue Bamboo. They'll absolutely love it. Or if you're in town one day and we can work it out to have lunch or something together, then let me know. We'll have lunch together. My treat, right? So just think about it for a minute. Fathers like that, the kind of guy we produce. When you look at Master David, and you understand he's been a monk most of his life, or a yogi, or a clergy, right? But I watched what it did to him the first 5 to 10 years of his training. And now we're seeing that happening in 5 to 10 months of guys that are training. I've seen men resist to jump all in, and then we've put them in the portal and the ascension tour, and their hearts turn to jello because God comes into them. Jesus said, if you invite me in, I will come in to sup with you. And the bride and the bridegroom will come together to do the dance of the Tao. Jesus knows what he's talking about. Can I turn the hearts of men? One of the most beautiful movies that was ever done, by far John Travolta's best movie, is when he plays Archangel Michael. It's just called Michael. And the real thrust of the movie is he's coming back for a reporter who has just become callous. And he doesn't want anything to do with anybody. And he doesn't want to commit to a relationship with women. As a matter of fact, at that time, he's seeing women as a lesser species. Sound familiar, ladies? But before that movie's over, Michael does a number on him. Does a number on him. And the very woman that he couldn't stand to completely falls in love with him. And for the first time, he's going to give of himself everything. What does that do? Right? Rumi said that it takes strength to let someone love you, but it takes courage for you to love someone else, especially unconditionally. Most people, even spiritually minded people, can't do that. They're so afraid. There's trust issues, there's fear issues, there's all kind of daggum issues. You fall back on your sadhana, you do your column exercise, and you know that Abba has the capability of dropping that person right in your lap, right in your lap. I've seen it happen. Hell, it's happened to me. And it's happened more than once. It can happen. You just got to believe it can happen. Jesus says we can have anything we want as long as we believe we can have. And we have a lot of beautiful couples in our group that just radiate that kind of love and energy. Miles and Leela from Hawaii, Judith and Tom from Arizona, Robert Hale and Kyoto. They reminisce that. You know what's going on? They see in each other the spirit that came from the Ramayana. Yeah. They see the divine in each other. If their Judean Christian change, the lady will see Christ in the man, and the man will see the Madonna in the woman. Or maybe they'll see the Buddha in the man, and maybe they'll see Kuan Yin in the woman. Or maybe they'll see Lord Ram in the man, or maybe they'll see Sita in the woman. It all comes back to here. That's why we're starting in Costa Rica, of developing it. Then there'll be the ranch, and then there'll be the lamasery. And we will ascend. We will learn together and develop. We will bring back the Ediatic consciousness. And the Ediatic consciousness brings back the reverence to the Lord Almighty, right? Yahweh or Asor, right? Whatever. It'll bring back family stronger than ever. And it'll bring back the country and the pride of the country you now reside in. And you will manifest that vibration, that Shakti pot, that energy transference. It will resonate from you constantly. That's right. You will be a portal waiting to happen. Just to be in your energy, any man or any woman would feel honor. When it really comes down to it, that's what we're taking the time. That's what we're praying for. That's what we're investing in. To be in another child of God, omnipresence of the divine. To share that joy, that Rasaji, that aliveness to other people. And it's no less profound than Jesus calling Lazarus from the tomb. If they're sleeping, Jesus told Martha, he's not dead, he's just asleep. But they had buried him 5 days ago. Then that means the people that haven't woke up, there is such a connection, as Babaji, Simple Father, says, between sleep and death. Death is the big sleep. Sleep is the little death. What that means, we have the power of resurrection. Jesus commanded us to use that power. Talatumi kume. Talatumi kume. Aromatic from awake and arise. Awake and arise. We can call forth that soul. We can call forth that spirit. We can wake up that individual. The Holy Spirit has given us that power. Lord, howdy, have I ever seen it used in the last 25,000 years? It seems like it just went by like that. Barak B'Shai! May the blessings be to you and to your glorious family. Look forward to seeing you bright and early on Tuesday. And if you're into music, check out Master David's music class at 1 o'clock Eastern today. He'd love to. Tell him Lama G said hello. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Don't be late.